We're back again with another qualifying review, and this time it's for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. But before we talk about qualifying, some big news came out before, or at the beginning of the day, and that is that Carlos Sainz, as you can tell by the thumbnail and title, will miss the rest of the Grand Prix weekend because of an illness, appendicitis I think it is. Similar thing to what happened to Alex Albon a couple of years ago, so wishing him speedy recovery, and hopefully he'll be back for the next race in Australia. But that does mean a driver replacement, and that was in the form of Oliver Bearman, the Ferrari reserve driver, and the man who took pole for the feature race in F2. And as a result of Bearman stepping up to Formula 1, he will miss the rest of the F2 weekend, which means Cush mainly gets the points for pole. We'll talk about F2 at the end of the video. But yeah, huge news, Bearman replacing Sainz. He becomes the youngest Ferrari driver in history at 18 years old, which is scary to think. Also the youngest British driver ever, and I mean, he's one of the youngest anyway in general. It's probably top 3 or 4 at 18, as I said, so... Yeah, remember it's a preview of what's going to be like next year, because I'm pretty sure Oliver Bearman will be in F1 next year with Haas. That's kind of, that's pretty much a done deal. Well, it's not a done deal, but it's going to happen. So yeah, just a preview for next year. And overall, it did pretty well. We'll talk about qualifying now, but yeah, if you're excited for this video, I mean, I've already about a minute into it, but if you're excited for this video, leave a like, subscribe. On the road to 1,000 subscribers. As I said, this will be a weekly series for the whole season, so excited for that, as I said. Like, subscribe, leave your thoughts on qualifying in the comments, turn your notifications on so if you don't miss another video on this channel. And let's just continue on where we left off, and that's qualifying. And as you can see, Max Verstappen took pole position for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, unsurprisingly. I mean, it's his first pole at Saudi Arabia, so that's something. But still, we're not surprised. 3 tenths ahead of Leclerc at the end. Once again, Charles Leclerc on the front row. Very much a predictable front row lockout with Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc. And it's the 6th or 7th race now in a row that these two have been on the front row together, so it's ridiculous. But back at it again. Sergio Perez third in the Red Bull. Perez doing something for once. Top 3. I think they said it was the second time in 19 races, which is kind of ridiculous to think about. I keep looking over the West Coast, that's where the results are. Fernando Alonso again. Another great qualifying in the Aston Martin. This weekend seems to be a bit more on the pace of Bahrain, so maybe hopefully Aston Martin can continue this into the race tomorrow, not fall away to P9. But I think, he should be at least P4 in the race, hopefully. So, yeah, great result for him. Oscar Piastri ahead of Lando Norris. I know a lot of Lando Norris haters are going to love to see that, because we'll say Norris is washed and all that shit. But yeah, Piastri just out of Norris. I mean, it was clever between all three, those two, the whole qualifying session. I mean, Q1, half a tenth in Piastri's favour. Q2, tenth and a half in Piastri's favour. And Q3, half a tenth in Piastri's favour. Like, they were very much on the same pace. So, and even the first round, they were next to each other. So, yeah, Piastri and Norris. George Russell ahead of Lewis Hamilton, 7th and 8th for Mercedes. That's what Mercedes are. Yuki Tsunoda, stand-up qualifying result for him in P9 in that RB. Great result for him. First Q3 appearance for him. Likewise with Lance Stroll, also first Q3 appearance for him this season in P10. Although, I should say that, 7 tenths off his teammate. That's a bit of a gap if you ask me. Oliver Bearman, P11 in the Ferrari, as we said, and Q2. Great result for him. Still good result. He would have hoped what he was to get into the top 10. He was like 400 off Hamilton in the end of Q2, so he was close, but just missed out. But still, great result. Still a good show. He kept it out the wall, which is the main thing. I don't know if he's going to get group penalty. I think he has a... Well, he is... I don't know if he did impede Bottas in Q1, but I don't know if that was ever under investigation. Time will tell. But still, P11, still a good result, nevertheless. And hopefully, for his sake, he can have a clean race and try and score some points tomorrow. That's his aim, really. Alex Albon, 12th in Williams, decent qualifying. Behind the top cars, Eddie Sonona was ahead of him. Kevin Magnussen, 13th in the Haas. Q2 appearances for back-to-back races. That's something that's pretty hasn't happened since 2022, I think, for Magnussen. So, good result for him. Daniel Ricciardo, way off his teammate, P14. I mean, far for second off his team. That is a terrible result for Ricciardo. So far, 0-2 in Tsunoda's favour in qualifying, at least. Not what he wanted. And then Nico Hulkenberg having issues in Q2. Could have challenged the top 10. Most likely would have done it. Hulkenberg. He is a qualifying merchant. He's a qualifying sweat, I should say. Yeah, some sort of mechanical issues hurt him. And then Q1 was the safe cars. It's in Bahrain. Valtteri Bottas, P16 in the Sauber again. Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly, 17th and 18th, so they improved. They were 19th and 20th last week, so 17th and 18th is something. Logan Sargent, 19th, bit of a mess. Obviously hit the wall in FP3 early on, so wasn't able to... Very small hit, but it was enough to put him out of session. Never really got to show much for it after that. And then Zhou Guanyu didn't set a time after crashing out in FP3. Did get out on the track, but missed the one with 2 minutes to go. but just missed the line by I think like 2 or 3 seconds. So I mean, most likely would have been P20 anyway had he set a time. Was likely to be like 1:30 or one like high 29, low 30. So didn't really matter in that sense, but still, you were hoping for a little bit more. So that is the results for qualifying. In terms of the race tomorrow, what could we expect other than a Max Verstappen domination? Well, for P2, between Leclerc, Perez, and Alonso could be very interesting, so hopefully we'll have a good race there. The McLarens and Mercedes could be pretty close as well. It'll be interesting to see what Oliver Bearman could do. Obviously, no pressure on him. Like, if he crashes, done well. If he scores points, great. Like, nothing really, it doesn't matter what he does. Like, he's just there just to enjoy it. Like, this is the one time in his F1 career he can just enjoy a race, because as of most likely next year, he's gonna be under pressure to perform. You know, he's there. He's gonna be there. You know, legit. If you know what I mean. Like, he's gonna be a full-time driver. That's the one I was looking for. So yeah, the pressure will be on next year. But for now, just enjoy it. Whatever happens, happens. Because the next time he gets this is probably potentially his final race. You know, so yeah, there's a lot of expectations on Bearman. I mean, he could be in the Ferrari in a few years' time. Most likely, he'll probably replace Hamilton. Yes. Yeah, no, yeah. Most likely, Bearman will probably replace Hamilton in 2027, 2028, whatever Lewis Hamilton wants to call it a day. So, yeah, this is a proof of what we get. I think they said he's 97th Ferrari driver. So, that's a crazy stat. And also the first Ferrari driver from Britain since Nigel Mansell in 1990, I think it was. So, yeah, that is ridiculous. That's his crazy stat as well. Obviously, Hamilton was expecting to get that start, but Bearman's still under his nose. And then, yeah, we'll see what the output the. I mean, again, the lower midfield, or just the midfield, really. Well, I guess lower midfield, what they do. Will we see a DNF? That's the question marks. It feels like the season is now starting to kick in. Like, you know, Bahrain still felt like a test, and even FP1 and FP2, but this today, with Sainz getting replaced by Bahrain, has kind of kicked off everything, because we've had Hulkenberg with mechanical issues, Sargent and Joe have hit the wall. Like, there's a lot of things going on right now, so maybe tomorrow could be a decent race, but time will tell, obviously. As for F2, and for Oliver Bearman's F2 campaign, his hopes of winning the championship have taken a big hit. Obviously, the rules are if you race in F1, you can't race in F2 on the same weekend. So he won't be back in the car until Australia. That's if Sainz is obviously cleared. Sainz might not be cleared to race in Australia, so Bearman will obviously race there again, which means his F2 campaign is fully in the bin at that point. But yeah, right now, he's effectively, he's got now 4 races with 0 points. Because as a result, since he withdrew from the race, he doesn't get the points for pole position. That went to Kushmani. So he is on 0 points after 4 races. So he is quite a bit behind. I think he's already 40 odd points behind Maloney, and we still have the race tomorrow. So Maloney obviously starts 15th, but we did have a great race today. So if he does that again tomorrow, we could looking at 50 plus points, around 50 points. So yeah, it's going to be a tall ask. I mean, Victor Martins is having an absolute stinker. We'll get to that as well. But Richard Bashaw won the race in the Trident, his first win of the season, or somebody's 3rd race, so we kind of expected. The first points as well, so that's something for Trident himself and Trident. Ahead of Dennis Hauger, 2nd in the Open Motorsport, first podium for him, and Paul Aaron in the high tech in 3rd. 2nd podium for him, back-to-back podiums as well. Enzo Fittipaldi got his first points of the year, Van Amersfoort's first points as well. And yeah, Victor Martins got taken out on the opening lap. Kind of got points of the wall, but Hauger got the exit of turn 2. So yeah, Martins, one of the favourites. So the 2 favourites for the championship, Bearman and Martins, 0 points after 3 races. Not what you'd expect. Obviously, Bearman did have points, I got taken away from him, but Martins had an absolute stinker. 2 DNFs already, though. So he has been very unlucky. He had mechanical issues in the first race, which meant he fell from the podium to outside the points. Mechanical issue in the feature race, which meant he had to retire, and now got taken out. So he's had the worst luck so far as Victor Martins. We'll see what we can do tomorrow. And who else? Amri Cordial, 3 DNFs in 3 races. Spun at turn 2. This one was just his fault. So terrible start to the year for him. Juan Manuel Correa, there we go. Hit the wall at the fast left right, turn 22, 23, I think it is. That was his day done, so back to DNFs for him. And then Isaac Hadjar, again, having more issues in that campus. He had mechanical issues in practice, and now mechanical issues in the race. Like, dropped from P4 or P5 to another DNF. Not had the luck so far. And Zach O'Sullivan, Martins' teammate, also retiring with, I believe, mechanical issues as well. So ARC having a stinker so far in the sprint race in society, but we'll see what they can do at the feature race tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Also, F1 Academy was racing today. Dorian Pan, I think it's pronounced, not Pin, won the race, so congratulations to her, the French driver. And yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow with the F2 feature race. The hopefully enjoyable Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. I mean, it doesn't take much to beat Bahrain, let's be real. The bar is extremely low after Bahrain, so one overtake for the podium. 5 overtakes throughout the field would be a good result. So if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, all that. We're back tomorrow for the race review for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, or initial reactions, whatever you want to call it. Just for the sake of this channel, I'm going to call it initial reactions because this is a reaction channel. And yeah, we'll see how BEARMAN gets on. We'll see us as well. We'll see how, if any midfield teams score points, and obviously also our best wishes out to Carlos Sainz. Hopefully he will be able to recover quickly after his surgery for appendicitis, however you want to pronounce it. Second time in 3 years though that's happened to a driver, so don't know if anything needs to be done there. Check these videos out here on your left, my right, and subscribe button right here. Bang! I think I've completely missed it that time. I think actually I nailed it yesterday, so go check that video if you want to see me do it. And if you want to see me hit that subscribe button pretty well, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye guys.